All right, getting a little spanky here in the intro. Welcome back, guys. This is Eric here with Guitarsenal. All right, we're taking a look at the Greenchild Effects Striker. All right, and this is an overdrive slash compressor, really unique circuit. It does a lot of interesting stuff, and what this sort of does is mixes a very famous green overdrive circuit. I'm not going to tell you which one, but let's just say if you like the Noble's ODR, you're probably in the close territory there, all right? But it does get into a famous green overdrive circuit with your tone, your level, your gain, and you add a compressor knob, which is really cool. Gives you a bit of compression in there, so really interesting pedal. True bypass switching in and out, 9-volt power, really robust construction, good quality, made right here in Georgia, here in the United States. So local Georgia native, I'm also in Georgia, really cool stuff. So fellow Georgian, we've got it set up for a mild amount of compression. I love that compression knob because it really adds some chewiness under your fingers, and it can get really, really compressed or just add a slight bit of compression and it sort of blends in and out. You know, that drive in a way. And in the gain spectrum, it does get a little bit crazy on the top end of the gain, but very usable tones throughout the wide range of spectrum here. So let's play around with it a little bit. We're playing through a 1966 Fender Bandmaster. It's on 6. It's going through a Mesa Boogie Lone Star extension cabinet. It's an all-pine open back cabinet loaded with Jensen blueback speakers. This is a 1952 Fender Custom Shop Telecaster reissue, heavy relic with a fat V-neck, and these are Barden Gatton T pickups, about 7.5K on the output, so not a terribly low or a high-ish wound type of Telecaster pickup. Very high fidelity, very precise sounding. We do have a bit of reverb from a Strymon Flint. I'm getting just a very faint tail off from an old school Ibanez delay. It's one of the ADL analog delays. Got an MN3005 chipset in it, very warm sounding analog delay. All right, let's hear the naked signal of the Bandmaster. All right, hopefully I'm in tune after that expenditure of silliness there in the intro. All right, the Striker's off. Let's give it a listen, all right? I'm going to kill all the effects. Here's the dry signal of the amplifier. Extremely dry, dry city. Very dry, too dry for me. I'm going to add a little bit of delay back. All right, I'm going to leave the delay off and for the rest of the video here, and we will just leave a bit of reverb engaged, and that sounds like this. A little bit lower on the... Just a slap back. All right, the Striker. We're going to start on the low end of the gain, low end of the comp, and low end of the tone. And let's just sort of bring it up, and we'll play around with some different settings. Here's the bridge pickup, of the Telecaster. Let's give it a listen, shall we? Okay. All right, got to get that volume a little bit past unity. All right, let's give it a listen. Very, very sedate. Very sedate. All right, we'll start bringing in some gain. Tell you what, let's leave the gain very, very low. Bring in a little more level. Bring up that tone, and let's get some more compression in there and see if we can get kind of a chicken picking sound here out of a Tele. I would imagine most people that chase the ODRs from Nobles and other types of pedals in that type of gain, transparent, low gain type of paradigm are probably going to be looking at pedals like this. The compressor really adds that country flair to this type of a pedal. All right, here's on neck pickup. Very chewy. Let's increase the compression, bring the gain up a bit. That tone, we'll keep that kind of mellow and get our level up just a little bit higher. See if we can get into a very compressed country chicken picking kind of thing here. I'm trying to do my best. I'm not really a country player, but I'm trying to give you some Tele sounds here, getting the chicken picking territory here. All right. Neck pickup on the same setting. The compressor is awesome. It really grabs those notes and helps them sing. And for chords, you know, definitely. Very nice. I'm going to go a little higher on the tone, and let's chase a glassy neck pickup sound. I'm going to get a little higher in the compression, get that gain up just a bit. Let's see how this sounds, hopefully a little glassier on the neck. Very nice. Let's get the compressor lower. Listen to the gain. All right, if the compression knob is all the way in the counterclockwise position, it gets rid of compression completely and just gives you the natural characteristic of the overdrive. Let's just leave it where it's at and give that a listen without the compressor. And I'll try dialing in that compression knob to give you an idea what we're looking at here. Okay, and for this, I am going to turn that delay back on just to get a bit of a nice slap back here. Let's give that a listen. Very, very smooth sounding overdrive. Not too thrashy or, well, harsh or anything like that. Let's break off on that tone, get the gain a little higher, get that level tamed a bit, leave the compression off, and let's listen to the bridge pickup. I'm going to get even lower on the tone, see if I get kind of a dark bridge sound that sounds nice and spanky. With a bit of gain, a little bit of edge here. All right? Very mean sounding. Let's get even higher on the gain, bring in a bit of compression, just a hair. Get that tone even lower and back off on the volume. This is going to be pretty hairy sounding. Let's give it a listen. And it's sounding a little on the high end. I'm going to break off some of the tone on the bridge pickup. Let's give it a listen. Very mean. All right, let's see how that compression sounds as we add a bit of that onto that ponied out kind of gain sound. Let's give that a listen. right, getting way up on the gain. I'm gonna bring that level down a bit, tone down a bit. Let's bring the compression up. Chase a few sounds here. All right. You know, it's got some grind on the top end of the gain spectrum, but it's not overpowering. It's not thrashy. It's not harsh. You know, that may be more gain than some of the country players and blues players are going to be looking for, but it can certainly get into that kind of crazy characteristic. This is a great pedal. I love it. I hope you enjoyed listening to it today. We're going to let you go for the day. I am going to make a little bit more racket here with the pedal. I think it sounds good with the gain about halfway up. A bit of compression, get that tone up just a bit, and tame your level. And I think that's a really nice classic compressed overdrive sound that works great for sort of the Nashville setting. I could totally see this pedal being, you know, potentially a good secret weapon for some people that are looking for that type of a sound. And this is also a great pedal for people that don't want to have a separate compressor on their board. Maybe you just use an overdriven compressed sort of sound for your solos all the time anyway, and you don't want to have to worry about stepping on a separate compressor for cleans or something. You can just reach down and dial down the gain and set your level to taste and get a naturally compressed sound at a low volume that'll cut through a mix really well. So that's where this pedal comes into play really nice. So guys, thanks for watching. We tune in every Friday here on Guitarsenal. We hope you enjoyed today's video. This is a really, really great overdrive. Definitely a secret weapon for a Telecaster. I hope I made some great tele sounds here, hopefully, for you today. Have a great one, and we'll see you next Friday here on Guitarsenal. All right, make a little more noise here. All right, hopefully this is about where I want it to be. Have a good one. See you next week. All right.